Oh my God.
All right, baby. All right, baby. Yes, sir. Ho, ho. All right, baby.
Every angler has a favorite time of the year to chase fish with a fly. Whether it be during the blossoming spring, during the green of summer, the colors of autumn, or during the cleansing white of winter. It merely offers a backdrop to a pursuit that has attached itself to the soul of a fly fisherman. Rod, reel, fly, and fish.
Oh, there's a big fish.
Oh, big fish!
Here we go.
Big fish! Under that log, behind that rock, or deep in the dark blue could lie the fish of a lifetime. It's in that helpless hope that the angler will march from year to year through a lifetime, hoping the next cast connects dreams and a fish of legend. Welcome to Seasons on the Fly.
Yeah. Follow him.
Wow, big fish. Welcome to Seasons on the Fly. I'm Greg Heister. So you want to come to Belize fly fishing. You've got all kinds of choices for lodges. You're about to find out what would be my choice. And we spend this week with one of the great legends of the game, and he helped bring fly fishing to this country. And wait till you see these tales. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Seasons on the Fly, and welcome to Placencia, Belize.
All right, baby. All right, baby. Yes, sir. Ho, ho. All right, baby. Yes, sir, baby.
There lives a fish that has tormented fly anglers for decades. A fish that hunts the flats of Belize like a noble, charmed member of royalty. Charles Leslie Sr. founded Tarpon Key Lodge and has honed his skills on this fish since the 1970s. A fish called the permit.
It started around the mid-70s when I was introduced to a fly rod by a guy named Lefty Caye. And when we saw these long rods, we wonder what the hell those rods are for. And during the course of the trip, Lefty introduced the rod and said, you know, this is going to be the next thing.
15 miles off the coast of the southern Belize town of Placencia lies a lodge that was built not for its view, but for its location. When you awaken here, the permit, tarpon, and bonefish are literally feet away.
And I have guided all over this country, east, west, north, south. I've never found anywhere that is more convenient to the three species that were being targeted at that time.
Yesterday we were sitting on the front deck and two permit came up and tailed right in front of us. You know, it's not unusual that to see guests fishing off the deck of the cabin. I mean, they'll take a fly rod out there and make a cast at a tarpon that's cruising around or a permit that's tailing out front. You know, but literally the best fishing, I think, in Belize is at your doorstep here.
Charlie with a fish to hand, but it doesn't tell the whole story. A perfect cast, a perfect presentation, even the right fly doesn't guarantee an eat. These fish are at the top of the food chain when it comes to frustration and inexplicable misses.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, no. Ay. Got it, baby. Ha, boy.
Nice job,
Yes,
Charlie.
shot, baby. Oh, no. How the hell he got off that?
You'll never know when a permit is going to eat. I study them as keen as the flip of the tail when they want to attack. And you see that happen and you're nothing, you know? But it's part of the routine. The challenge is great, it's great. It's not a fish that you could say you are going out there and as best as you are, with all the technique in the world, that you're going to go out there and no, it doesn't work like that. You'll pay your dues and you're going to pay your dues daily.
When the stars are aligned and the perfect cast, strip, and fly finds a fish willing to eat, the taste of frustration is replaced by the sweet sounds of success.
Got it, boy? Got it, boy?
The permit is revered, and on these flats, it's the greatest prize.
It still drives me crazy when I see a permit on the flat.
All right, baby! Yes, I!
Even guiding, I mean, and many of my clients, many of the fishermen, they detect that because my voice change, I get eager, I speed up on the flat, I do everything that is noticeable to show my passion that I have for these fish. And the day I lose that, it's time for me to quit. But I haven't lost it yet.
Yeah, man, I'm very excited, man, you know, I'm very excited. Tarpon and one fish permit is one of the most exciting thing in the world.
When Seasons on the Fly continues, the tarpon tug and go. Oh my God. 103 permit and counting. And maybe the greatest sunsets on this planet. Seasons on the Fly brought to you by Loop. Join the Loop Army and help take North America by storm. And by the Restigouche River Lodge. Come fish the land of the giants. Hi there. Don't let the Seasons on the Fly experience end when the show does. Go to the brand new seasonsonthefly.com and watch fly tying demonstrations, a few full episodes, and be sure to pick up a hat or season 1 on DVD and support the show. And remember, we've got a Facebook page. Go there, click like, and stay in touch with us. I really appreciate you supporting the show, and I hope to see you on the river sometime. Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Yeti Coolers, built for the wild. And by Honda, power when and where you need it. Southern Belize, 15 miles off the coast of Placencia. It's called Tarpon Key, and it's called that for a reason.
Essentially what Tarpon Key is a fishing lodge that's owned by fishermen and operated for fishermen. Yeah, we're here to fish, and our whole operation is designed around the fishing day.
The tarpon is a tremendous game fish. They grow to enormous sizes, and they are pursued with great ferocity by those who love to throw flies to them. Here in the lagoons near Tarpon Key, a tarpon eats glass minnows, and so do the pelicans. They dive, eat, and wound others, and the tarpon will move to eat those minnows crippled by the birds. These waters can fill with thousands of schooling fish. Catching a tarpon 365 days a year here is possible.
There he is. You got him.
And when the tides are not right for the permit, oftentimes they are for the tarpon.
Way to go, Kevin.
Got one.
These fish are known for their acrobatics, and some make long runs. Their mouths are like steel, hard and without topography. Hoping the hook finds a place to stay is the best you have.
The time you spend commuting from the mainland to get out to the fishing, about 45 minutes to an hour depending on the weather. And you got to, of course, spend that time going back in. So there's 2 hours out of your 8-hour day that are gone just commuting. And the other advantage was the ability to fish the tides. Charlie's operation here prides themselves on basically fishing whenever the tide is optimum.
Fish! Oh my God!
If a guy wants to catch a tarpon, it's very possible. It's a 90% chance I get one. But he'll have to concentrate on catching a tarpon. He'll have to be there every change of the tide, from be there at dawn and be there at dusk and be there on the change of the tide, and it will happen. I know somebody that it happened to. Now these glassmen leave this lagoon every evening, and they go out in the deeper water, and they just multiply. And the tarpon, they would follow them, come back in the morning in the lagoon and feed on them when they hit on the shallow water. And after they get into the lagoon, if the tide is good and they are hungry enough, they stay in there and feed for a while again. And that's your best time to fish for them.
This is the Tarpon Key Lagoon, literally 70 yards from where you'll eat. It always has tarpon in it. Certain fish in an angler's life are memorable for many reasons. Some will fade, others will never be forgotten. This is one that will forever be talked about at this lodge because of what's about to happen.
And we casted and we casted. Phil, my camera guy, was working up a sweat. He was tired. He was ready to quit. We decided we're going to have a glass of water, and you can see in the video, I'm actually reeling in the tarpon toad. And then out of nowhere came a tarpon crashing in on that thing. It chased it down. You see that? He chased it all the way into the boat. And that tarpon turned, and then I just picked it up, threw it back in there, a couple little strips, and the doggone thing ate it.
Oh, he ate it!
I did. You can make the best presentation all day long, and the one cast that falls all over itself, and then you're just reeling in, and you catch the tarpon.
Carlos Ramirez, or Carlito as he's known.
My real nickname out here is Eagle Eyes.
Was the only one not strapped to electronics in the boat, and he didn't hesitate. And frankly, he may have been the only one small enough to get under that mangrove.
No! The greatest part of that fish is to watch Carlito. Went off the boat, under the log. You can see he completely submerges himself. Here you go. Here, hand me the rod. Hand me the rod, hand me the rod.
To be honest, when you're excited, you don't worry about crocodiles. Because I wanted to land a tarpon, you know. I was so excited, I want to land a tarpon.
To go under that log and to save that tarpon. And we landed it, and tip of the cap to Carlito. Way to go. Tarpon Key Lodge. They'll do anything for you to catch a fish here. Hey! Carlito!
With the fish in the boat, the story is complete. And for this hot mid-Belizean day of fish that will never be forgotten.
I'm just thinking about land the fish. I'm not care what I can do for the fish. I just want to land the fish. I just want to hold the fish in my hands and let the tourism happy, you know.
When Seasons on the Fly continues, addicted to permit, a grand slam, and more tales. Seasons on the Fly brought to you by Whitetail Country Sports World, where the great outdoors is always in. And by Tarpon Key Lodge in Belize. Catch a grand slam before breakfast. Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by Northwest, Southwest, Eastern, and American Fly Fishing magazines, the best mags in the business. And by SeasonsOnTheFly.com. Don't let the experience end when the show does. And by the brand new Seasons on the Fly Lodge. The SOF experience continues on Alaska's Kvichak River. Location, location, location.
Yeah, you have your option. We have the DIY, do-it-yourself. We just bought 6 brand new Old Town kayaks to provide for the DIY guys. And we run a kind of a shuttle service out to the flats, and they can look at the map and more or less pick an area, sector that they want to fish that day. and we have VHF radios for them to communicate with, and they can spend their day walking the flats in solitude. Now, if they want a guide, we have that available. They can come in, get a guide for a couple days, get the lay of the land, and then they can go off on their own. But it cuts the cost down dramatically, and it's an opportunity to stock permit, on your own.
The water around Tarpon Key is populated with pancake flats. The incoming tide will fill these flats with enough water to offer a sense of protection for the permit. Fishing the tides is crucial in one's success. Carlos Cortez caught his first permit in 2010. This Argentinian has traveled the world chasing these fish. He returns to Tarpon Key Lodge each year.
Wow, Tarpon Key is very special because we are hunting for permit in shallow water and looking for tailing all the time and on foot, waiting. I don't know another place like that.
Oh no! No! Yeah, keep going.
Carlos has over 100 permit landed on his resume. His desire to fool these fish hasn't subsided at all.
It's a very sensitive fish. You have just maybe 8 or 10 shots in a day.
Even a skilled veteran can be fooled and be jangled by these fish. It's what keeps the fire lit in his belly.
Yes, we saw the permit in very shallow water. We saw the dorsal fin and the tail. I tried to cast very close and he spooked. The second cast was far away, maybe 5 feet. The fish didn't see the fly, and in the fourth intent, we put the fly maybe 2 feet away and grab it. I got permit all around the Caribbean waters, Bahamas, the Florida Keys, Mexico, Belize, Cuba, and Venezuela. And I went once to the Indian Ocean and got one permit too. My biggest permit was 3 years ago in the Bahamas. I don't know, I never weighed the fish, but it was giant.
Carlos!
Oh my God!
Yes! I need my camera.
For me, the most exciting part is when I present the fly and the fish react. The most important part is when the fish eat the fly. The fight is the time I need to release the fish. It's not important for me.
Man, look how glassy this water is, though.
Charlie Leslie is not only a legend around these waters, he's a great guide. The tails and fins of these fish do to an angler what trophy antlers do to a hunter. A fever ensues and a chase picks up pace, and when the eat happens, it's pure joy.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect, yeah. Strip a little, strip. All right, stop it. Touch it. Got in!
Got him! To see tailing bonefish is pretty cool in our sport, but to see the dorsal fin and those tails up on a permit coming up on those flats, I don't know if we have a better visual experience in what we do. And there's such a great challenge, and Belize is such an absolutely stunning place, and when you're out here at Tarpon Key Lodge and literally the fish are right here, you don't have to go far in a boat ride, you're looking at 5 minutes away and the fish are there. I can't imagine getting it any better.
This day at Tarpon Key Lodge won't end without a grand slam, a tarpon, a permit, and now the bonefish before the sun sets when we come back. Seasons on the Fly brought to you by Dry Fly, handcrafted spirits made in the Pacific Northwest, and by Wild Alaska Sport Fishing and Cruises. Come find the real Alaska. Seasons on the Fly is brought to you by GoPro, be a hero. And by Dr. Dan's. Support Seasons on the Fly. Use promo code ONTHEFLY and shipping is free. The best sunscreen and lip balm in the business. Go to drdanslipbalm.com. We haven't spent much time talking about perhaps the most pursued fish on a Belize fly fishing trip, the bonefish. Tarpon Key Lodge has its share of those. Catching a tarpon, permit, and a bonefish in a single day, however small, this fish was caught in the lagoon just 50 feet from where the boat would be parked. Tarpon Key Lodge, built by fishermen for fishermen, and those tails and fins of the permit will pierce my thoughts for years to come. I'm Greg Heister. I'll see you next time on Seasons on the Fly.
They'll take a fly rod out there and make a cast at a tarpon that's cruising around or a permit that's tailing out front. You know, but literally the best fishing, I think, in Belize is at your doorstep here. You know, I've never seen sunsets or sunrises anything close to what we get here. It is a piece of paradise, a slice of paradise for sure.